And then really just an announcement of our partnership with the I Love Foundation. So thank you very much. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you so much for keeping the inspiration flowing, Mr. Jude Torquato. We will get to see that AVP later on by Nat Geo. Now, actually, aside from National Geographic Philippines, I Love Foundation also partnered with different groups and organizations. Last year and early this year, I Love also signed agreements with PDP, or People Design Places Architects, ESCA Incorporated, Institute of Integrated Electrical Engineers of the Philippines, or IIEE, and UP Mountaineers Ed to help in building different facilities in its 8 community-assisted sites. These facilities aim to be environmental friendly, culturally attuned, and disaster resilient. So once again, thank you so much to everyone for creating a better Philippines. Now earlier, we saw videos of G Diaries and I Love Philippines, so now let's complete the circle. Let's roll this VDR from National Geographic Philippines.
For 130 years, this yellow portal has been our North Star. With it, we went out and explored and wrote amazing stories about the world and everything in it. Over time, we became more than storytellers. We became change makers.
I bet you've never seen anything like this.
We set out to protect, invest, educate, and inspire. We started as a small group of explorers in 1888. But throughout the years, we've grown into a global exploration brand with a passion to know more, dig deeper, and go further. Today, we're exploring more than just the wild. We're helping people explore the everyday. Our Pulitzer-nominated magazine is still telling the human story like no one else can.
People are going to see amazing things from us here.
We've got Emmy-nominated television shows available all over the world.
I need to see things in a new way.
And we're the #1 media brand on social. Yeah, you heard that right. #1. We have more followers than any company on Instagram.
We're going to Cyprus. It's National Geographic.
And we don't just take photos of the Galapagos. We can take you there. Our expeditions go to more than 80 countries a year on all 7 continents. But our portal stands for more than just adventure. Making the world a better place is a part of our DNA. Each year, we give more than 450 grants to scientists, teachers, and storytellers.
There's so much more to do.
And through those grants, we've protected 2 million square miles of ocean and more than 2,600 big cats. And if you're a brand that wants to make a difference, we can take your story and run with it.
We are knocking on the door of history here.
We believe that exploration is for everyone, whether you're a scientist or a mountain climber.
Ms. GINA Lopez, the Senior Vice President and General Manager of Fox International Channel, Mr. Jude Torquato. We also have the Operations Manager of I Love Foundation, Ms. Veve Lascano, and the Head of Marketing of Fox International Channels, Ms. Charo Espedido.
Ako nga. Hindi pa. Madilim. Doon sila eh. Ba yan? O, diba? Wala akong nakuha. Correct. And, ipa-bright mo.
So right now, you are seeing a very historic event, as this will be the start of a very important milestone in the Philippines. And we hope not just in the Philippines, but in the whole world, as these people, these organizations come together to make a difference in our world for the future generations, for our children, and not just for the privileged, but most especially for those in the rural communities, those in the mountains, those in poverty. We hope to bring them out of, and we hope that you support us. Our friends from the media, please help spread the word, and please help us in promoting this very, very beautiful cause. Can you please show the contracts, the MOAs? Okay, there you go. Sign of unity, a very beautiful symbol of partnership. Thank you so much. Once again, please help us in promoting.
Can I have one picture with the parts? Can you call ESCA and GINA and UPM, the UP Mountaineers, and who else is here? Robert, yeah, for the water. Yeah.
So, ano?
Okay. These are our partners, which are gonna make everything. Isa, dalawa, tatlo! Pilipinas!
One more. G Diaries, Season 3.
Isa, dalawa, tatlo!
G Diaries Season 3!
Okay, thank you. So we have questions now.
Alright, we're opening the floor for your questions. Who would like to ask the first one? We would like to call on Mr. Aaron Domingo of ABS-CBN Corporate Communications to facilitate our forum.
Hi, VJI.
Hi, Sir Aaron!
Congratulations, Ma'am Gina. Ma'am Gina, our first question will come from a professor, a lector, and now he is an organic farmer, none other than Tito Nestor Cordero of the Manila Bulletin and Tempo.
Hi, I'm Christina. Hi. We were in the elevator together.
Okay.
Hi. No, I was just wondering, considering that the country has hundreds of poor communities, it must have been quite a challenge to select the 8. Are these the poorest of the poorest?
What happened? Sorry, what was your name again?
Nestor.
Okay, what happened? So, on March 8th of last year, we launched what is known as Quest for Love, Quest for Change Agents. So we went all over the country, offering it to people's organizations, cooperatives, and like that. And we had 128 applications, 128 from 40 different areas of the country. Then based on, we had 3 criteria. Well, almost 4. One is track record. The second one is leadership. And the third was socio-economic plan. Based on that, we chose the top 16. Then we flew the top 16. That's going to come out in G Diaries Season 3. I think what episode will that be, Kanoy? Yeah, that'll be the second episode. Okay, then we flew the top 16. And we had an esteemed board of judges, which was headed by Professor Ed Morato, who used to be the Dean of the Asian Institute of Management and is the founder of the Masters of Entrepreneurship program in Ateneo. And we had top academicians and impact investors. There were about 8. And then they rated, the top 16 was given a boot camp to help them cohese their proposal. And they presented that to the Board of Judges. Then the Board of Judges, from that, chose the top 8. The top 8. And so that's where we go. Now these top 8 are going to be part of a reality TV show. The thing here, there are hundreds of communities and hundreds of beautiful faces in the country, but the fact is, no matter how much money you have there, if you don't have somebody there who's going to mentor the community, it's going to go to waste. I've been there, done that. The key to change is the change agent. The person there on the ground, living there, making sure everything is happening. So we chose the top 10, the top 8 change agents. And then we'll do it again. I want to show it. That's the key. So that's how we chose. You know, we should really have a thing when things go. Where's the day? Yeah, I really want to have a thing where we have the media come. In fact, I'm going to introduce you. Do you want to ask anything else?
So they're not exactly the poorest of the poor?
No. It depends on the change agent. Because if you just go to the poorest of the poor, there's nobody there who's going to make sure that the funds are used wisely, and there's nobody there who has the heart to mentor the communities. It's not going to work. The change agent is critical, and what I want to do is show models. So eventually it will hopefully spread by wildfire, and then the person on the ground is critical. Critical. I can't even begin to say.
Congratulations on that endeavor. May I ask Mr. Torquato, what exactly is the National Geographic going to do in this participation?
Yeah, so a few things. The thing that the society does is, just like the model of I Love, is looking at change agents, right? And ever since the beginning, the way National Geographic goes about helping the environment and helping the world is to look for explorers as well. And that's what we're going to try to do is to accredit or to get these change agents to be National Geographic explorers, so they can be so they can have access to the grants and the money that the society does give as well. And then outside of that, because our mandate is really to inspire people to care about the planet, globally, we are now going to tell this story to not only the Philippines, but we're going to do our best to tell this story elsewhere, just so that people can see the model, and especially when it works, and the whole world can know on the great things that are happening in the Philippines.
Does this mean...
Nestor, I want to add one more thing. National Geographic is 173 countries, no? 510 million. So if the beautiful sites in the Philippines have a way of reaching the clientele of National Geographic, that's heavy-duty marketing, man. Diba? I mean, if the people see, oh my God, ang ganda ng Pilipinas, you know? I mean, I can't even begin to say. And it's going to be done in a way which resonates with what I believe in, which is people, culture, and the environment, which is all very Nat Geo. It's a really, really good partnership. Yeah. Okay.
So we can expect more exposure, greater exposure for the Philippine Islands in National Geographic program.
Yes, that's the plan and that's the objective. Definitely, yes.
Natanong na eh.
Edit it the way, I mean, because it has to have the Nat Geo feel, no? But it's still the Philippines. No?
Meron ako.
Can I say something before we go on? Because it's for me, it's really important. Can I go? I'd like to call on my staff here. This is Vivek. She just came on board, so it's baptism by fire. She's my operation head. And then come here. So I have millennials here. This is Nina, and I shoot her almost every day. But I love them. They're really good. This is Nina and Elaine and Lexi. I love them. And then we have a production here. Come here. They're from the foundation. As you know, I'm also the chair of the ABS-CBN Foundation. So I have, come here. So we have the foundation employees here who've been with us for over 20 years. This is Kaloy, he's the director. I love Jen. They sing really well. Can you clap for them because I really love them. This is Jen and this is Maribik. Come here. Because they've been me so long, they work from their hearts. I really love them. Is anyone else? Is Christoph here? Call them. Joanna found her husband. The cameraman's also been with us forever. Yeah. Okay, this is Joanna and Christoph. Christoph is a, come here, come. He's a new addition. He's only 22 years old. So there's nothing that can happen if people don't work together. And if for people it's just a job, if it's just a job, it's because you get paid, you might as well pack up and go. The reason why this is going to succeed is because it's not just a job for them. Yeah. Yeah, they're doing they're doing it from their hearts, and it's because, and all the partners are doing it, and it's because we're doing it from our hearts that this is going to succeed, because God lands when the hearts are there. So can you give them a round of applause? I love you all. I can't not mention them because one, we're the ones doing the work. Okay. So go ahead. Yes, the next question.
Yes,
And I really love you.
Hashtag family is love. Okay? By the way, our official hashtag for today is hashtag G Diaries. Season 3. And nag-check po ako ng Instagram account ng Nat Geo kasi sa video, 87 million. Pero as of now, it's 100 million. Congratulations, Sir Drew.
Thank you. So not many people realize that Nat Geo is actually the #1 Instagram account in the world, and the only accounts that have more followers than National Geographic are some celebrities, right? And I think Nat Geo, is what, top 10 or top 10 in the world for Instagram. So it just goes to show how millennials and Gen X, Y, Z, ABC really do follow, and the mission resonates to all ages and to all generations. So it's not an oldies type of brand that people think. Everybody loves National Geographic, including the youth.
Exactly.
The youth, exactly what I said.
Yeah. And the Gen Zs, like us. Congratulations. Our next question will come from Bob Gloriosa of the Philippine Star.
Hi, for Miss Gina. Your goal is to create jobs for the people in the province.
Models. It's not just jobs, it's models. It's models that the jobs will come as a part of the model. But what we want to show is that when people care, when hindi lang pera ang iisipin sa buhay, pero may panunong, wow, my Tagalog's good, may malunong pa sa integridad, sa pagmamahal, to the higher things of life, at hindi lang pera ang inuusap, you'll end up making more money. And you'll not only end up making more money, there'll be peace and order, there'll be health. Ang problema sa mundo ay kung pera lang ang iniisip at wala. I mean, my Tagalog has really improved. What do you think? What do you think? Yeah, but like if the problem with the world is if money becomes the summum bonum of our life. And what I want to prove is that if we create models which care, we will have mainstream performance indicators. That's what I want to do.
Pero do you also look into the situations here in the city? Kasi di ba sa Manila, kailangan din siyang ma-develop.
Paano ang Manila?
Kasi, like dito sa city, sa Manila or sa Quezon City, kailangan din ma-develop dahil nga yung environment.
If we have a good change agent here with
you
a
also
plan.
look into
Sure, Manila's magulo, no? Yeah. What I want to do is, because the poverty level in Manila is 2.7. The poverty level in ARMM is 44. And there's no typhoon there. It's so beautiful. The poverty level in Caraga is 30. So that's where I think, I want to help facilitate an economy where our parents can stay home. Because right now, our economy is run by $30 billion OFW money. We're running our country by sending our parents overseas. It's wrong, eh? And we have everything. So I want to create an economy where they can just stay home. Have you been to Hong Kong? Okay, if you go to Hong Kong, did you go to that place in the subway where there's all these OFWs, they're just sleeping there? If you ask them, where are you from? Bukidnon. Where are you from? Bohol. Just go talaga. Why are they here? They're sleeping in the subway. They should be home with their families. So that's what we want to do. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Bud. Our next question will come from the most sought after senior field correspondent of TV Patrol, no other than the very amiable Kuya Mario Dumawa.
Hindi naman. Just a few questions for Jude and Ma'am Gina. No? What took you so long, Jude?
That he's a sports faster? Did you know that? He's Kapamilya.
I know him.
You know him?
Yes.
Were you his boss?
No.
You know him pala. It's Kapamilya.
So Jude, what took you so long?
Well, the answer to that is I only met Miss Gina last year.
Okay.
So, and National Geographic, has been doing as much as it's done for the last 130 years. It's just that last year lang kami nag-meet, and I think this is, again, like I said, when we met, I think we just needed to find a way to be able to work together because the values and the objectives were aligned.
Okay. So what blew you away?
I think definitely the combination of the passion and the love,
okay,
and a solid plan and a model that when I looked at it, I believed in it. I thought that if it was followed well, and the people who execute it, I'm talking like a business person now, right? The people who execute have the passion and the caring and the love. I just felt like it was really something that could really make a huge difference.
Okay. Actually, it's a good fit,
Yeah,
Gina.
very. Mario, you help us, ha?
Of course. Ma'am Gina, one question. May feedback kasi dito sa friends natin sa media. Mabuti daw hindi ka tumakbo.
Oh, yun
Because
na
you can do so much more.
No, because I'm not a what do you call that? How do you say the one that makes laws? I'm not what do you call it? I'm not a legislator. I don't look at details and I'll get bored. And I have a low patience for power play. So this one makes me really happy. Yeah, I'm really happy making a difference.
Okay, will you get to sing also?
Yeah, I want you guys to visit. We're later on. I want to show to Bly. That's our first episode. I will insist. Hello, media. Mahal niyo pang Pilipinas. Yes. Okay, kailangan bisita. May Tagalog kasi okay, kailangan bisitahan mo. Kailangan bisitahan mo Pilipinas. You should see the sites like South Cotabato. Start with Tublay. I'm gonna show you the.
Let them join the tour.
Yeah, it's not expensive.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, okay.
Kate will join.
Vivea, I'll give you the names and the numbers of the press.
Oh.
Okay. Our next question will come from the entertainment editor of The Manila Bulletin and the prolific songwriter, no other than Jojo Panaligan.
Hi, I'm here. Ms. Gina, can you just tell us more about the reality show component?
Parang may song
G Diaries.
It's gonna start on March 3. But on March 3, we're gonna talk about the journey of how we got to the top 8. Kanoy, what episode is the top 8? It's half an hour every week. Because before it was an hour and a half once a month, but that was hard. It's episode 3. Yeah, you know why it's episode 3? Because the mayor was there in the episode and you can't put any mayor because it's political season. So we had to move it to, when did we move it to? March 24th. Okay, so what the episode will do is it will show the beauty of the place, and we've been working in that area already for 1 year, almost 1 year. So in that episode, we will already show what has happened because people work together, what has happened because people help, and what I hope to be able to achieve is that when we show it on air, sana mas maraming tutulong. And so if more people help, and yung tulong na yan, ipapakita natin sa buong mundo. And I'll show it what happens when people help. My goal is to reach mainstream performance indicators of health, economy, and peace and order. Love is the way. Love is the way. Yeah.
Follow up, because this MOA opened connections with National Geographic.
Yeah.
If you could only ask National Geographic to feature just one place or one story about the Philippines.
Why? No, we're partners. So all the 8, that's why we're signing.
But I mean for them to produce. If
Why?
they could only just focus on one thing about the Philippines.
We're working together in production. It's a joint production. The G Diaries season 3, when we start with the top 8, will be a joint effort. Later on, when they get more of the budget, I think increasingly more so. But that episode, I mean, we sit with Jude weekly, and he gives comments. You should do it like this. You should do it like this. It's a joint effort.
It's not a one-off. It's a continuing partnership.
Yeah,
okay.
We will do it together. And actually, I feel it's an effort where everyone's together. What do you work for again?
Manila Bulletin.
Yeah, so we're open. Where's Elaine? Come here. You're handling the website, right? So we're open also to and Vive. Okay, we have to be open. I mean, I want the whole thing to be a collaboration, and so we should have systems where people can give comments and give suggestions, and people. So we'll organize that. We're fixing our website. You fix it, huh? Because that's our inroad to the people. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jo. Our next question will come from an influential blogger none other than Kate Adahar of Random Republica.
Hi ma'am. What has been your most memorable experience during your show of G Diaries Season 3?
When I went around, I think for me, when you say that, the experience I had in Polomonok, they brought me to this mountain where, I don't know, it felt like paradise. Like it really, really touched my soul. It had a 360-degree look of farmlands, and then they had 4 sacred stones. And those sacred stones, it's known for healing. And then when I sat on the stone, I said, iba yung feeling ko. I said, oh my God, no? We're certainly not going to have a Boracay something here, you know? We should landscape it so that around the area there's a sense of sacredness. So that's what I want to do. I want to create areas which are good for the soul. We're so stressed here in Metro Manila. You go south Cotabato then come back for the weekend. Like in Scotland, what they say now is that more and more the doctors are prescribing nature for diseases, for health diseases like diabetes, blood pressure, and they have seen that nature and activity in nature is good not only for physical health but for mental health. And in the urban areas, we're so stressed already, like the pollution, and there's so, I mean, you don't notice when you go on your phone, you get tired, the computers and all that. So we need to be able to have a respite from all of that where we can read. Yes, they have so much money. Where are they? Who asked the question? Yeah, the Kapamilya. And once we get it ready, I'm gonna have one meeting with the Kapamilya celebrity. They have so much money. Okay. Yeah. That was the G Diaries Season 2. Yeah, they were there.
So kaya ba para sa tanong?
But Season 3 is now going to be with Nat Geo. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Kate. From one influential blogger, we move to another influential blogger. We have John Michael Bueno of Kumagkao.
Kumagkao?
Hi, Sir Jude. Well, they also covered Fox Plus, like a couple.
Wait, I can't see.
I'm here, ma'am.
I saw it.
My question is for Sir Jude. Basically, what particular avenues will you be showcasing I Love or G Diaries per se in Nat Geo's assets? Is it going to be on cable or on web or a plethora of assets?
Actually, in all of the assets of National Geographic, whatever fits with the content that we are able to produce and extract from the communities, that's where we're going to try to put it. So whether it's Fox Plus, where National Geographic has a section, whether it's on the digital space, or on our channel. So we just need to determine and figure out. The relationship is very young. We're only signing now, but the plan really is to determine how to best communicate all of the models and the results that will happen.
And the content, when is it actually going to be coming out on Nat Geo? Or is there like a ballpark date?
No, so the I guess ang pinaka ano natin yung the ultimate objective is to be able to create a Nat Geo series as well, right? Eventually, outside of, in addition to G Diaries, but that would probably take a bit more of work, a bit more of the timing with, and I need to work with the producers from the region to be able to do that. But for now, I think it's really for us to create a lot of communication material similar to what we've created, that we've shown you here, to be able to communicate the progress and what's happening within the sites themselves.
Okay. Ms. Gina, my question is about this particular partnership. Since Nat Geo is going to be showcasing G Diaries, how much of content will there be as far as Nat Geo is concerned? Are they going to be part of the program per se? Are you going to be showcasing some documentaries or some people, particularly from Nat Geo, to appear in the show as well?
Yeah, it's kind of fluid, no? The G Diary Season 3 is focused on the Philippines. So it's not Geo and us working together for Philippine models. But I'm open to anything. No, I mean, what we want to achieve is a shift in consciousness, and I personally feel that if in this country we're able to have models where we can get people out of poverty, what we give is hope, And I feel that hope is not only for the Filipinos, but also for the entire world. So where this is going, it's kind of fluid. But the important thing is that we have the same heart, we share the same goals, we have the same vision, and we want to achieve the same thing, no? I don't know if there's a really beautiful Nagio thing which can inspire others. We can talk, no? I mean, it's very fluid. We meet every week while we're doing this, and then let's see. No, it's not rigid. We'll just see where it goes.
I'm not quite aware, ma'am, but is G Diaries also available in I1 or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kaloy, where is Kaloy? Yeah. We're on
I1.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
The one who's doing G Diaries is also Hans, with his wife, Tolentino. He's right now in Zamboanga shooting.
Okay.
Because we're gonna air na on March.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, JM. We have a question from the publicist of Jackie Chan, other than
Jackie Chan?
Michael Louis Almacen
Wait, are you
of
joking?
Byxbuzz.
He's joking.
Jackie Chan, the martial artist?
No po. He's joking.
Ano talaga?
Curious lang po ako.
You're a blogger?
Yes po. Sabay po ba siya i-air sa ABS at sa Nat Geo?
So, hindi siya mag-air sa Nat Geo because G Diaries is really an ABS-CBN program. So, Nat Geo, because of our assets, tutulungan namin i-promote and communicate the communities themselves. So, as far as yung series mismo, I think like all of the series kasi for National Geographic goes through our regional production team. So, hindi siya pwede ipalabas na kagad. But we are working on figuring out how to be able to do it moving forward in the future. Sa Nat Geo. But for sure sa ABS tsaka sa ANC and
Sa
I1.
I1.
Yeah,
Then soon din sa Fox Plus.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Bix. From our internal platform, we have a question from Edo Daria of push.com.
Push mo yan.
Well, first of all, congrats po, Ms. Gina, for this partnership. Para lang po siguro sa question kaya ni State na yung mga nakakasama niyo pong Filipino celebrities sa show, kayo po ba yung namimili nito? May mga criteria po ba kayo? For this season?
Yeah, we did it in season 2. I'm not saying all the celebrities are like that, but it's key that whoever comes out in the show, when they talk, hindi lang kasi binayaran, di ba? Talagang feel nila yan. So we did it in season 2 and I think it was good for the rating. The one who chose at the time was our director. What was his name? Alco Guerrero. Yeah, so he was the one that was choosing the celebrities. We can also have some celebrities. We'll see how it goes. But for me, it's very key na kung sino man celebrity talagang naniniwala sila sa they're just not mounting it. No? Yeah.
For this new season, may babalik po from season 2 na.
Yeah, we're open to anything. Why not? Let's see if we find a celebrity. Like I think Jericho is from Sorsogon.
Siya. Ay.
Huh? Echo? Yeah, let's see. They're so busy kasi, no? They have teleseries and they're so expensive, I can't afford them. You have to pay them. But this show is different from other shows because the essence of this show is to put money in the community. Eh kung mataas yung production, patay tayo dyan, no? Wala nang pera matitira, lalagyan sa komunidad. Maski you have celebrities and then you're paying a lot of money, ano ipapakita mo, no? Yung importante, we show investments going on the ground. So that's what I do with the show. Really try to put money on the ground. That's why I'm so happy we have partners.
Pero ano po, if ever may mga celebrities na
Sure.
volunteer, tapos pwede po kayo mamili.
Eh, may volunteer na hindi sila babayaran, why not?
Yes,
come on, of course, why not? But why don't they use their celebrity to help the Philippines? Do you know of some? Push is ABS?
Yeah, push. Yeah.
What is push?
It's an entertainment site of ABS-CBN.
Yeah, I'm open to any Where is ano? Are they ready? Di ba? Why not? Kaya yung select, where is Canol? He likes Angel looks. Angel looks.
Sino na yung paborito niya sa mga season 2?
Yeah, I love Angel. I heard she's really nice. Yeah,
Or di niya
but she has a
makalimutan.
teleserye now. She's really busy. Yeah.
From season 2 na lang po, sino po yung dito sa mga Filipino celebrity na kasama nyo na you never forget, napaka-memorable sa inyo?
In season 2?
Yes po.
I thought Maymay was great, no? Maymay and Edward. She's so funny, grabe. That was the first time I met her. Who else did you like? Maris and Inigo are also really good. I love Inigo. He's really good. Oh, they like Lois. I was in all the shows. But Maymay was so funny. Grabe. Yeah. Oh, anything else?
Thank you so much.
You can give suggestions.
Thank you, Edo. We are down to our last question, and that last question will come from a content creator and a partner of Adobers. No other than David Fair.
Hello. First, congrats sa partnership po with Nat Geo. First question ko po kay Sir Jude. You mentioned about explorers. How do you guys get your explorers or choose your explorers?
First of all, there's actually meron ng mga explorers in the Philippines already. 45.
45. You have the most explorers in any other country.
So ang nangyayari is what we do is explorers actually apply. So it ranges from professors to photographers to filmmakers. Tapos mag-a-apply sila. Tapos sasabihin nila, I need a grant because ito yung gusto kong gawin. Right? This is what I want to do with the grant that you give me, and then it goes through a process. Pag ng society na hey, this is really worthwhile for the objectives of National Geographic, then they give the grant to the explorers themselves. And 45 from the Philippines have actually gone through the process and have received the grants. And ito yung gusto namin gawin with the change agents in the different communities for them to be able to show that this